Brian, good to be with you. Darling, we've owned it for a long time for our clients at Advisors Capital. We originally got involved because it did turn animal carcasses into stuff like pet food. And with rising per capita incomes around the world, particularly in Asia, we saw the demand for eating beef was going to go up. And so, we've been holding on to that for a while. But the real turn for them came when they got into biofuels in a joint venture with Valero. And they're using their used cooking oil, their experience in handling leftover stuff, and now turning that into feedstock for biofuels. And that's really enabled the stock to take off. But a lot of people simply weren't paying attention. One of those good under the radar names.
Yeah, we actually interviewed the CEO at the first in-person conference back in June post-COVID. Randall Stewie, very, very bullish there. All right, let's move on and talk about Bruker, BRKR. I know they do medical diagnostics. That's about as much as I know. What exactly do they do, and what do you like so much about the stock?
Yeah, Brian, Bruker's a great example of where you can find these diamonds in the rough, these less well-known names. And it's a case of a company which provides highly advanced analytical tools for medical research, pharmaceutical research, for nanomaterial analysis. We at Advisors Capital, some of us have deep knowledge in different areas. I happen to spend some time working in nanotechnology between being an economist and ending up on Wall Street. And I got to understand the value of these very advanced tools that could look at the nanoscale. And in medical research and pharmaceutical development of drugs, you need to be able to look at the surfaces of proteins, and you need to be able to understand really the structure of cells. And Bruker provides some of those tools, and they sell into academic labs, they sell into the national labs, as well as into the pharmaceutical industry. So we had this one late last year, actually, after all the labs had been shut, all their orders really dried up, and the stock really sunk. So it was an opportunity to get in really cheap at a company that we expected to rebound and to have really good growth ahead as demographics shift and push up the demand for medical research across the board.
Okay, your final pick is probably the most misnamed company in the world, or at least one of them, which is SEA Limited, SEA Limited. And you think of it, you go, okay, this has got to be some shipping company, right? What do they, charter oil tankers? Actually, no, they're basically a digital commerce and video game company based in Asia. Talk to us about SE.
Yeah, Brian, here's a company where you have to really understand the dynamics of network effects, right? They had online gaming is one of the most downloaded online games in the world out of their gaming division. And that created for them this massive user base. And they leveraged that user base by adding on an e-commerce capability and a digital payments capability. And so having that installed base that was going to grow because of the popularity of their games gave them a ready audience to which to sell basically online shopping and storefronts and that sort of thing. And they're in Southeast Asia. So it's a part of the world where people were focused on China instead of recognizing that there's other countries there where incomes are also going up and where there was just huge enthusiasm for online gaming and then for e-commerce and the move to digital payments.